Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Emulating the Master. Yes, welcome back to episode 7 of Emulating the Master. I'm Wes, and today we will start our brand new season in the Sky Bet Championship as Swansea City. Now, as those of you who've seen the last episode of the previous season will know, we were relegated from the Barclays Premier League, so we will now be starting our first season in the Sky Bet Championship. Before we get on to our first match against Fulham away from home, we will have a look at the transfers in and out of the club. There's been quite a few, as you can see, quite a few going out. Most notably, we've had Nathan Dyer go, Mike van der Horn, Martin Olsen, Leroy Fur's gone out on loan, Borja Baston, Kyle Norton, Jordan Ayew's gone for 11.5 million. We've sold quite a few players for decent money, and we've raked in £49 million in transfer fees, and we've only spent 15.5 million. So I've been raiding the free transfers and loans to try and bring some players in. I am still waiting on another centre-back, another left winger and another striker to add to these signings so far. Let's have a look at some of the signings that we've made. Jamie Walker, he was signed in the back end of last season during the while the transfer window was closed. He was actually a free transfer in from Hearts. He's 25 years old, attacking midfielder, can also play left wing. He'll be a bit of backup for us on the left wing. And if we choose to play with an attacking midfielder, we've got him as backup for Lucas Lima. He came in on a free. He's only got a 2.5 star current ability and a 2.5 star potential ability, but I have used him on previous games in Football Manager in earlier years, and he does turn out to be quite a good player usually in those, so I'm hoping that some of that previous knowledge of him will come good for us here. Okay, we've got Adrian Marin from Villarreal for 2 million. He's a left back, 3-star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. He's only 21 years old, so he's got plenty of time to improve. He's actually going to be our second choice left back, with Mbengi as the first choice. Let's have a look who else we brought in. Jeremy, I don't know how to pronounce this, Guillemenot. I'm sure I've just butchered the way his name's been pronounced, but we'll probably just call him Jeremy. In fact, I'm going to go in and set his nickname as Jeremy, because I'm never going to be able to pronounce that surname. So from now on, he will be Jeremy. He's a Swiss 20-year-old striker, 2-star current ability, but 4-star potential ability. He came in from, I believe it was Barcelona. It was Barcelona on a free. So we'll see how he develops. He's a poacher, which is what we're going with at the moment. We brought in Patrick Eras from Nuremberg, I believe. Yeah, Nuremberg, for 1.6 million. He's a defensive midfielder, can play as an anchor man, which is what we were looking for. But I believe he'll just be a backup for Roque Mesa, who was already at the club, who likes to play as a defensive midfielder, and he is one of our best players. But Patrick Eras is a 23-year-old German player, 2.5 star current ability, 3-star potential ability, plays an anchor man, and he was only 1.6 million. Another one whose name I will struggle to pronounce is Xavi. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. So he will be known as Xavi E. So he'll just be Xavi E. He is a centre-back, 30-year-old Spanish centre-back, 3-star current and potential ability, just a bit of experience at the back. We have gone with a couple of experienced centre-backs so far. And one of our first loan signings, someone we was trying to bring in the transfer window in January but couldn't, is Alexander Zinchenko from Man City. He's got a 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, plays on the right wing as an inside forward. So hopefully he's a bit quick, so hopefully he will have good opportunities down that right hand side. Another loan signing, this time from Spurs, and another one I'm going to struggle to pronounce. And he's being very greedy with his first names. George's Kevin Nkudu. He will play on the left wing predominantly for us. 3-star potential, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. 23 years old, Cameroonian international, not been capped yet. He also plays as an inside forward. Another loan signing as well. We've been good with the loan signing. Sebastian Cristoforo we got him on loan from Fiorentina. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. 24-year-old Uruguayan who can play centre of midfield and also as a defensive midfielder. Another one of the backup brigade. I'm just trying to make sure we've got strength and depth, especially in the midfield, where we struggled last season. Sebastian Rode, we brought him in from Dortmund for 3.9 million, and as is a vast improvement on anything we had at the club. He will probably be fighting for the first team defensive midfielder spot with Roca Mesa. He's got a 4-star current and potential ability. He's 27 years old, German international, been capped at under 21 level. He is one of our best midfielders and a bargain, I think, at 3.9 million. We also brought in Hesse from Paris Saint-Germain for 4.7 million. He's a 25-year-old Spanish player with a 3-star current and potential ability, can play left wing or as a striker. He does prefer it out on the left wing as an inside forward, so that may be where he gets played most of the time, or if we do require him as a striker, we can utilise him there. Todd Kane, another loan signing in from Chelsea, 24-year-old English right back, who will be playing as backup for Sebastian Jung. He's a 3-star current and potential ability. He may end up going back to Chelsea, as I am waiting on a couple of better options for him, but I have let Kyle Norton go, so I needed someone to temporarily be our backup right back. So don't be surprised if you don't see him in future videos, because I don't think he's going to last with us, and I will probably terminate his loan. And finally, Paul McShane, in from Reading for £1.4 million, a 32-year-old Irish centre-back, 3-star current and potential ability. He's a bit more experienced at the back, has got a lot of experience at this level. He's been playing in this league for the last 3 seasons with Reading. Had little spells in the Premier League with Hull. Also played at this level with Hull, Crystal Palace and Barnsley. So plenty of experience in this league. He has been playing regularly for the teams that he has been at for the last few seasons. As you can see, 35, 30 and 35 appearances in the last 3 seasons. So hopefully we'll have a nice experienced back four. Okay, for this season, the board are expecting us to get promoted straight away. I'm hoping we can go up as champions. I want to win this league purely because I think we need to. Well, I know we need to get back up into the Premier League as soon as possible. It will make things easier with our cup runs if we are in the Premier League, because we won't have to play until the third round of the FA Cup. So board expectation there is to win promotion. I don't know what the... Let's have a look, see what the media predicts for us as a season preview. They're expecting us to win the league, so we need to come out all guns blazing at the start of the season and start to thrash a lot of these teams, because if we don't, I'm going to end up getting sacked, because I am on a month-to-month contract. I will leave it till the end of September. If we're still at the club by the end of September, then I will ask for another contract to see out the rest of the season, as I think if we have a really good start and stay top of the table by the end of the transfer window and by the end of September, then we should really get another contract. Okay, on to our first match against Fulham. This is the lineup for the Fulham game. We've gone with Fabianski in goal, Jung, Jabi, Fernandez and Mbengi at the back, with Rode playing just behind Mesa and Lucas Lima in midfield, with Paid and Hesse on the wings, and Wilson playing up front on his own. That was something I forgot to mention, that we did manage to re-sign James Wilson on loan for another season. So hopefully we'll be able to get him firing on all cylinders. He's had a very good pre-season, scoring quite a few goals, and in the last under-23s game just before the start of the season he scored 4 goals. So that is why I've started with him today. Hopefully he can bring some of that goal scoring form back for us. So on to the game. Okay, as you can see, Fulham are lining up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, and we're going with a 4-1-2-3 formation. Let's get on with the match. We've given away a penalty early on. This isn't what we wanted. Fabianski needs to save and he hasn't. And we're 1-0 down. This isn't the start we wanted this season. So we've just had a shot on target. We're not attacking very much. I think I've left it on counter. I think we need to go to control to have a bit more luck. And that's us 2-0 down. This really isn't a good start. Shades of last season. This really isn't good. And at half time we're 2-0 down. It's not a good start at all. We need to turn things around in the second half. I'm going to go attacking. We'll stay on flexible. We've only had 1 shot on target in the entire game. Really isn't good. Right, 62 minutes in. We've still only had 1 shot. I'm going to make some changes. Fernandez is having a terrible game. We're going to bring him off. I'm going to put Joe Rodden on, one of our youth prospects. We're going to play him as a central defender on defend. Hesse not having a good game either. We're going to bring on Daniel James. I forgot to mention that because of the selection rules in the Championship, I've not been able to play a lot of the other signings that I wanted on the bench, so I'm going to have to reevaluate my squad and maybe bring in some more English players. 70 minutes in and still we've only had 2 shots in the entire game. None of them have been on target. I think we may have to make some tactical changes for the next game. We didn't have a very good pre-season. I think we only won 2 of the games in our pre-season friendlies, but I let my assistant manager take control of those. Yeah, it looks like we're going to lose this match 2-0. Unless we can get something back here. A consolation goal at least, but no, we lose out. We haven't even had very many highlights in this game. It's been a very boring game. And we lose 2-0 on the opening day of the season, which is ridiculous. So that leaves us in 21st place with no points and a -2 goal difference. Let's have a look to see where we're going to come back. I'll probably play the next 3 games and then come back for the Carabao Cup second round match, as again winning a cup is our first priority in terms of the challenge itself. Hopefully we'll still be in charge by then, because we have got a points limit. We need to get 7 points from our first 5 games, otherwise I will be sacked. So 2 wins and a draw needed. So I need to get a result against Huddersfield, who were relegated with us, and Derby and Wolves. And I'll come back for the Carabao Cup game. We don't know who we're playing yet, and we'll show that game and the Preston game. Well, if you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Please like and subscribe for more Football Manager 18 videos, and thank you very much for watching.